right. Now for the video card power. Let's put the video card in before we run that. And this is for the SATA drive. Let's put the SATA drive in. The SSD. Goes right into this tray. I'll put it this way so the power wire goes down instead of up and then back down. These 4 screws. If you wanted to, you could put the screws in either from the sides into the drive or from the bottom into the drive. There is a little bump out here. I'm not sure if there's clearance for putting it behind, but probably because of that bump out. It's fine, but I just put it on the side, it's easier. For sure there's room for that. If you get more SSDs, you can put them in there, or the hard drives. And then this just hooks back onto here. And put the thumb screw back here. I'm planning this power cable routing. Let's try not to tangle up the wires too much. And this is the SATA cable. Only goes in one way. Again, the orientation, if you look at the connector opening, has a L-shaped opening. You have the L's go toward the middle between the two. And you can tuck this power cables into this hole here, out of the way. And we're gonna have to figure out how to tie all these down so they're out of the way. So when we put the glass here, then it looks okay and it's not blocking the glass. It's more important. This really fat cable is a little bit of a pain. We're gonna put the hard drive in here, so I'm gonna keep this fat cable kind of blocking the top one, but that's okay for now. So I'm going to take this zip tie and hold it in place here. Don't have to pull it super tight, just enough to hold it in place. You don't want to crush the cable. this is the video power. You can come up through here and run it around and under a fat cable. Let's clip that off. Zip tie. What you've got here, this has to go to the front also. That's the connection for the audio plugs that you have on the top, the HD audio output jacks, and the USB 2 connections. So this is for the HD audio. This is for the front, the top actually, the regular USB, and this is for the USB 3 ports on the front. Then you have these wires. This is for fan power to this controller, which we're probably not going to be using. Actually, no, we need to use it because all the fans, as they are right now, are connected to this. And this we're going to get the power from the power supply. I have to get the cable for that. And then this little cable plugs onto the motherboard. This connection's for the hard drive LED. This connection's for the reset switches on the top. These two connections are for the power LED. The power button lights up when it's on. And this is for the power button itself, so you can turn it on and off. Those have to all be routed to the edge of the motherboard up here. So this cable is going to end up coming through here. And same with these, except they're probably further forward actually. Oh, sorry, wrong end of the motherboard. They're all on the bottom end here. Yep. So all these cables are going to connect through. You can go through this hole or through this hole. Let's go through this hole. Connect it up and then rearrange the wires. This hole is not as good because you have to go around these old wires and it may not be. Okay, we're going to tuck this power cable out of the way. We took the bracket off because it blocked tucking it here. We tucked it in here, got it out of the way. We're going to put the bracket back on. We got the power cable for the Molex connected to the power supply. Now we'll connect it to the fan board. Gotta make sure the pins that are in the male part feed into the holes of the female part without bending. Then we can tuck more of these wires out of the way. We're going to leave this side of power connection available for the hard drive. That's going to go right there. Might as well actually put that in right now. Here's the hard drive. We're going to open that up. This is the Hitachi hard drive. There's screws in the box for mounting the hard drive. Slide this tray out. The hard drive has rubber grommets in the tray as an isolation device. Since this mechanical hard drive can have vibrations, the rubber will isolate it. Can't use the screws that came with the hard drive because of that, because that would be too short. They did give us these screws here, which came with the case, and they have bigger heads to go up against that rubber, and I assume they're the right length. And we'll line it up and screw it onto the drive. Need 4 of them. So you want to tighten the screws so they just start to compress the rubber without crushing it. And you can see that, well, maybe you can't see it, but now the rubber can still move. The drive is firmly attached, but shock mounted. Get the SATA power cable to reach across and plug in. Now we need the SATA data cable. Which was here. Now we can use a right angle one or the straight ended one. I think I'll end up using the thinking about the path the wire will take. If I use the right angle one, it will plug in this way and the cable will go down, but then to get up to the motherboard it has to loop back up. Or if I use a straight cable, it will look like this coming out and then it can go up. Let's use the straight cable because of that. So I have to open up the other package. Each package had a straight and a right angled one. So this plugs into there, and then it's gonna be routed up and through here to get to the motherboard. Alright, let's flip this around and connect everything into the motherboard and route that. Let's get the focus. Alright, so on the motherboard there's a row of connections down here. That go to these various connectors. The SATA one will go to here, so let's just get that one in and out of the way for now. We'll just plug it in right there. Let's route other one around just like that one. See how we do with that. Actually, the two SATAs, let's feed it the way I had the first time. We'll feed the second one for the hard drive through that same. Okay. Now this is the front USB, so we're looking for a USB normal connection. There are two of them here. Each one of these supplies two USB ports actually. You can only plug it in one way, so we'll plug it into here. Now we can route it through this rubber connector here and come up to the motherboard, or we can come through here and it'll be partly covered. I think we'll just do it that way. Let's see. This will go to the video card. This one is the audio. So that one goes down to over here. This connector look at the motherboard pins just to see which one goes where. Two of them for LEDs and two of them are switches. The switches don't matter which orientation you plug it in. The LED ones, there's a plus and minus. Let's plug in this front USB 3 here, so it's out of the way. Okay, so hard drive LED, it's marked here plus and minus. It's also marked on the motherboard for this connector, so that will go there. The next one is the power LED, which is above the hard drive LED. Nope, it's toward the front. And again, the plus minus are marked. So that will be plus toward the back of the case. So that's one pin. And then the negative is the other pin here. Then the power switch is right here with the reset switch below it. So I'll do the reset switch first. And then the power switch above it. So that's all connected. Let's try to route these cables here. Okay, so down here you still have a serial port connection, a fan connection, trusted module, trusted protection module connection, two ROG extension headers, which I'm not sure, I guess those are Asus connections, and we have one more pair for USB 2, two more USB 2 ports. A connection for another fan, and there's a temperature sensor and reset pins for your CMOS all along the bottom here. Let's take a look in the manual real quick to make sure that I connected all those switches and LEDs correctly. Okay, yep, looks like I got it all right. Oh, I set it two locations for the power LED. I like it's already in there, but I like to... Well, we'll see. That should be fine. So we just need the video card, and this back fan needs to be connected to something. So let's connect it to the chassis fan connection, fan 1 location. It's got a really long wire here. Let's see. Not long enough to make it all the way around, but let's remove the fan. We're going to see if we can reposition this fan so that we use up that wire. It's not just loosely hanging there. Okay, that looks like the best I can do for wrapping it. Just go one more position around and the wrap. I think it's a little short. Alright, so. Okay, close up of this. Let's see. I'm going to plug the wire into the motherboard. The fan connector is keyed. The 2 ridges here and the plastic blocker are part of the connector, so you can only plug the fan connector in one way unless you're forcing it. Now we're gonna kind of have this wire going around the fan. This many wraps, I can't get the fan. Well, it sort of goes where I want it. If the wire's a little diagonal, that's okay. It will go across the motherboard like that. Doesn't look good. So we're gonna have to do one less wrap and do something with all that slack. So let's put the fan back in here. We did rotate it a bit from the original location. Now this slack, we can kind of tuck it a little bit out of the way under the fan where you don't see it too much. And get this wire kind of straight. And we'll use that twist tie that came with the fan. A short little twist tie. And bundle up this excess. And it's going to end up on here. And no holes here for some place to attach to hold that in place, but it's not going to move around too much. All right, now